What's going on, guys? Back here with another fragrance review video for y'all. So today I'm going to be reviewing Sauvage by Dior. So this fragrance was designed by Dior's in-house perfumer, Francois Demachy. It was released in 2015. So I'm going to give you a quick note breakdown here. So the top notes of this fragrance are pepper and bergamot. The middle notes, there's quite a few of them, are geranium, lavender, Sichuan pepper, pink pepper, elemi, vetiver, and patchouli. And the base notes consist of cedar, labdanum, and ambroxan. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the bottle. So this is the bottle that it comes in here. Pretty nice bottle, to be honest. One of my favorite designer male fragrance bottles. This is pretty cool looking, I think. You got the magnetic cap as well. There's actually a bee here. The camera's probably not going to focus on it, but there's a bee here in the top of the cap, which is a pretty nice touch. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome bottle. I think Dior got this one pretty spot on. It's right up there with the bottle from Bleu de Chanel in terms of its aesthetic appeal and design. It just looks sleek. I've carried this fragrance about quite a bit, and just chucked it in rucksacks or in suitcases. It's taken a bit of a hammering, but to be fair, it's stood the test of time. There's no scratches at all on the lettering, no obvious damage. Just the bottle suffers from like fingerprints, and that's about it. That's what you're going to get with a dark colored bottle like that, but it's pretty nice. The atomizer is good on it as well. Gives a decent spray of juice. It's what you'd expect from Dior. So we're just going to touch on the actual scent. So this scent opens up with this burst of citrus, this sort of bergamot. In the background you get that sort of pink pepper, and you do get this note of ambroxan coming through, which is definitely chemical like in essence. It's got this sort of metallic, almost synthetic smell. I wouldn't let that put you off the fragrance, but it's just an aspect of it, something that you should be aware of. In terms of the longevity of this fragrance, for me it lasts between 10 to 12 hours, so it's very long lasting, especially if you spray this on clothes. If you spray this on clothes, this thing will hang on clothes for days, 3-4 days, maybe more. So it definitely leaves a nice scent bubble as you go around. In terms of the setting and the sort of location I'd wear this fragrance, I think it's perfect for going out. So if you're going out, clubbing, going out to meet some girls or friends or whatever, I think it's ideal for that. It's an attention getter for sure. It's also pretty good if you're, a high school student or, a college student who just wants an everyday go-to signature scent. It's perfect for that. Settings that I would avoid would probably be date settings or the office, like anything intimate or close up, even wearing around the house if you're with your family or your parents or whatever. I don't think it's a fragrance that you want to wear if you're going to be in close contact with people. I think it's better in busy environments with lots of folks, interacting, bouncing off one another, having drinks, whatever. It's better for that sort of environment because the smell is quite potent. It is quite cloying. In terms of the sort of temperature that you can wear this in, I think it's good in pretty much every season. I tend to wear it more in the sort of fall, the autumn time, but it's good in the spring. I think you probably want to avoid wearing it in really high heat. So anything above 75, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, you might want to steer clear, just because the fragrance DNA does change a little bit. It is altered by that sort of high heat, and depending on the humidity of wherever you're at, you want to be aware of that. But it's pretty versatile in every sort of environment. So yeah, just to give you a summary of my thoughts here, I think this fragrance, it suits a particular personality, or I'll go a stretch further than that and say it suits a particular mood. You've got to be in the right sort of mindset to wear this fragrance and pull it off. You know, if you're a guy who lacks confidence, then this can definitely give you a boost of confidence, no doubt. It is a compliment getter, and it will, you know, attract a lot of people's attention. But by the same token, I think you got to have a certain sort of charisma to your personality to pull this off on a regular basis, because it is a sort of shouty, you know, I'm the, you know, most interesting person in the room sort of fragrance. It does garner that sort of attention. So if you got the character and personality to pull that off, then by all means go for it. I've had this bottle since, you know, I think I've had this since 2017, 2018. So I've had this for a couple of years now. It's a 100ml bottle, but you know, I've used about half of it, I'd say, roughly. But you know, I don't wear this fragrance every day. I've got other fragrances in my collection that I feel, you know, are better as signature scents. But you know, there's definitely plenty of times where I've found the right scenario to bring this thing out when I've been in the mood to use it, and it definitely gets compliments. You know, there's no two ways about it. I think Dior are really trying to compete with Chanel for that corner of the market. You know, that those sort of mass appealing generic blue fragrances, that's what they're trying to go at. And I think Dior have in a way beaten Chanel to the punch there, because I think this is the most popular male fragrance, or at least it has been over the last 3 or 4 years, alongside Acqua di Gio. So you know, it really is a fantastic fragrance. It's blind buy worthy for a lot of people, and you know, you couldn't go wrong going this avenue. Even if this is the first fragrance you buy, you know, if this is the fragrance that sparks your interest, I think it's a really, really good choice. I'm going to try and review the Eau de Parfum, the EDP, soon, because the EDP, from what I've heard, is a little bit more refined. It's a little bit more toned down and smoother, not as harsh as the EDT that I've got here. But yeah, I'll try and review that pretty soon for you guys. But yeah, I mean, if you're at all interested in picking this up, click the link in the description below, because Amazon have got 33% off retail price. It's the best deal you'll find anywhere on the web. So you can pick this 100ml bottle up for, you know, relatively cheap price. So check that out. And I'll also attach the link of the EDP there as well, in case that suits your fancy a bit more. But yeah, that about wraps it up for this fragrance review. As I say, you know, Sauvage, you know, it's a review that I just had to do. It's such a popular fragrance. You can see why. I mean, you know, it's great bottle, great scent, compliment getter. You know, for the, not the fragrance connoisseur as such, but for the person who's just getting into fragrances or only wants to buy one fragrance, it's just a go-to. This is the way to go. And you know, Dior have definitely conquered that area of the market and have, you know, struck gold with this one. So you can't go wrong buying it. So that just about wraps it up for me, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll try and keep on coming out with these videos and bring you guys fresh content when I can. So appreciate the support. See y'all.